What's going on, guys? Bassing Up Mava here, coming at you with a new video for this week. And in this week's video, we have an interesting one for you. We really tried to stay persistent on this one fish in this video, and thankfully it ended up paying off. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about staying persistent on certain fish and why you should, so that you can end up catching them. But this particular fish in this video really gave us a run. We're chasing all kinds of different stuff, and I'll go over all of that throughout the video. But also make sure you stay tuned to next week's video, because it also goes along with this one, and we end up catching some awesome fish. So here we go, y'all. Let's get into this one. See if we can get this palomino to bite. So first I pick up my BFS setup and start throwing around a little Megabass X70 jerkbait. It's a new bait finesse fishing jerkbait that Megabass has. And I start chucking that around, and he starts following it real hard a bunch of different times. So I keep throwing back to him in hopes to get him to bite it, because he's really aggressive with it and really chasing it down a bunch of different times. And when a fish is really aggressive and really chasing stuff down, that usually means that fish can be caught. So you just have to mess around with a few retrieves, try a few different things, see what he reacts to most, and try that until it works out. Man, he acted like he was going to smash that thing. Both of them acted like it. And he said, nah, never mind. You hear me say the other one also wanted it too. You guys can't see it. You can only see the palomino, because, you know, you can see him clear as day. But there's also a few rainbow trout following around that palomino and kind of hanging with him. A couple good sized ones too. So now he kind of stopped chasing the jerkbait a little bit. He hasn't been going after it as hard, so I figure I better switch it up and try something a little bit different. A lot of times if you try something different, sometimes that's all the difference in getting the bite on him, and sometimes you got to know when to put down another lure and try it again. As I said, this fish is still pretty aggressive, so he should be able to be caught, so we're going to keep trying for him. And like I said as well, there's a few rainbows hanging around too, so hopefully one of them or him will bite. I pick up my rod that's got a Berkley power worm rigged on a little jig head, a little 1/32 ounce jig head. Got the bright chartreuse color, and I have a bobber about 2 foot up to keep that bait up in the water column. So I keep trying, I adjust the bobber a little bit since he's been staying really shallow. I needed to adjust it so I can keep that bait up off the bottom and not staying on the bottom. I think that's why he's not hitting it, so that's why I moved the bobber up now. Try that. Still, he does the same thing. Keeps chasing after it, but not really hitting it. And then of course that time he goes after it really hard and then just swerves it again. Sometimes you just gotta stay persistent and keep chucking at him, because eventually, like I said, when a fish is this aggressive and this into chasing stuff, he's eventually going to hit. This usually means this fish has been caught before. When a fish is acting like this and real hesitant on baits, that usually means he's been caught. So he's trying to be smart, but you gotta outsmart the fish and keep being persistent, and eventually he'll give up and give in, because fish needs to eat. So at this point, I really think the fish is just playing with me. Keep swimming around right in front of me like this, keep going after my bait, and not biting. What a turd. He looked at it. Got him. It's not on. You need to turn it on. That's the big one too.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to
As you can kind of hear there in the background, we're having a little technical difficulties with the other camera. So we aren't going to have another view of this fish. Man, that's a big one. Thanks to GoPros and them not working very well in the cold. This big old palomino. Get him off quick. He's got big teeth. That's a big one.
Yeah, he's really feisty.
There we go, guys. Look at that big old beautiful palomino. Keep it far away, kind of. Look at that big old palomino. That's a big old girl. Look at that beautiful fish. Okay. Okay. Be careful on the rocks. There we go, guys. And let this big girl go.
This is so retarded. Be careful. Hold on, I'm gonna go up and put the battery.
You dummy.
Battery low, powering off.
Said what?
Battery low, powering off. So, I don't think... Go, buddy, go.
There he goes, all fine now. He's just acting weird. So since I had success on that little power bait worm, I decided to continue down the bank a little bit further and keep throwing that. That's what I had the most bites on so far. That's a big one.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, that's a good one. There we go, guys. There's another big rainbow. Second fish of the day is probably about a 21, 22 incher. Let her go. You're not on anymore. Get out of here. Well, guys, here we are at this portion of the video where I break down what we did a little bit. In this video, I really threw two baits pretty consistently, and that was the little Megabass X70 jerkbait. That's a new jerkbait that Megabass came out with for BFS style fishing, bait finesse system fishing. If you haven't heard of or don't know what that is, that's what that is. It's bait finesse fishing, and that is basically, without going into crazy detail, is basically fishing teeny tiny baits on bait casters and light rods with light line and tiny lures. So we were trying that new jerk bait for these trout, and that one, boy, he gave us a run for our money. Threw the jerk bait at him a bunch, and he was chasing it down a whole bunch, way more than I even showed in the video too, because it would have been a really long video of just watching the palomino chase my lure for an hour. But took a while, and we finally got him. I ended up switching up to the jig, threw that at him a while, and he kept going for it and then not, and then going for it and then not, and finally got him to grab that. And I think he grabbed it because that other palomino was around and he wanted to get a hold of it before that one did. So having him around, that kind of helped. But had to stay persistent, and we ended up getting him. And why I stayed persistent on that particular fish is because he was really aggressive. And typically when a fish is that aggressive and that into chasing your lures, that usually means he's been caught, so he's trying to be smart, but that fish can be caught. One of the times he's going to slip up and you're going to get the right cast and it's going to go by him the right way and he's not going to be able to resist it. And you just got to keep throwing and keep doing that and trying to get it close to him until he finally does hit it and eat it. In that situation, like I said, I think it was because that other fish came by and was going towards it too, and he wanted to get it before he did. So the lure that we ended up catching him on and caught the other rainbow on, that was the Berkley power bait, little floating trout worms in chartreuse. And I had a little float about 2 foot up above that, and I moved it down a little bit then to maybe about 1 foot 6 inches when he was really shallow and staying really shallow. But that's what it took to catch these fish, and that's why being persistent and really grinding it out for the fish can get you the fish then eventually. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like I said in the beginning of this video, stay tuned for next week's video, because that goes right along with this video, and you'll see this same fish in it, even though it was almost a whole month. It was actually an entire month later on the exact same day. This fish was caught on the 26th in this video of November, and the next video that's coming up, it was caught on the 26th of December. So whole month later, we catch the same fish, and it was wild, and we get a better view of it and everything. So stay tuned for next week's video. And make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Get entered into my giveaway. We are going to be giving away 5 of my favorite lures as soon as we hit 1,500 subscribers. So get entered by being subscribed to the channel, by liking this video, by commenting, and you can also share it on one of your social media pages and tag me in it. And with all that being said, tight lines, y'all. We'll see you next Thursday.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree.